Hello Pisces, and welcome to your December 2025 General Tarot Guidance with me, Julie Poole. Hello, welcome or welcome back. Thanks for being here. It's lovely to read for you. It's tea and tarot time with Julie, so grab yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee, glass of wine, whatever it is that you want. We're looking at the energy for the whole month for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and cross-watching. So let's have a little look what we've got going on. Obviously December, a busy time of year for many people, but the energy feels much more dynamic and energized now that we're out of the Mercury retrograde energy. Okay, let's have a little look. For my Pisces, please, what do we have for December? We've got the Lovers with the Seven of Cups, options and choices, with the Ten of Cups. Oh, hello Pisces, this looks nice. Oh, we got the Devil there. All right, we'll deal with him. Don't worry, we'll sort him out. With the King of Coins and the Five of Coins. All right, so a bit of a mixed bag, but we will get to the bottom of it. All right, let's get you one of these. I don't use these very often. This is from Hoping to Have in Loving Connections. I've chosen to use these for this batch of readings because of the holiday period where we tend to spend time with loved ones, whether we love them a lot or really struggle with them. But, you know, let's have a look. For my Pisces, all right, so we have, I treat myself with kindness. I honour, respect and really love myself unconditionally. Right, so a big emphasis on being kind to you, loving to yourself, unconditionally, warts and all. You don't need to be perfect to love yourself. Love yourself despite it, all right? I tend to say things like I am perfect within my imperfections, right, which is a very good energy, all right? This is the ordinary from Hoping to Have in. For my Pisces, please, what do we have? I am free, I am secure, and I am safe. Right. How many of you feel a bit threatened during this time of year? All right. Got to spend time with family that I might not get on with and I feel unsafe. I've got to spend money I can't afford to spend and I don't feel safe. If you're in that energy of not feeling safe, I want you to just try and flip it. I am free. I don't have to spend any time with anybody I don't want to. I might choose to, but I'm not going to be bullied into anything. I'm not going to be forced into anything. I align with, if I want to do it, I'm doing it, but I choose, right? Now, we need to get into that energy because that is what the devil is all about. You have no power. You've got to do as you're told. Poor you. You're so helpless. That's the devil energy. The fears, the insecurities, feeling trapped, particularly with any kind of loving relationship, right? Now, whether that is romantic, because we've got the Lovers there, with your partner feeling trapped, or whether this is to do with any kind of family members or people that you're expected to visit and see over the holiday period that you just think, I can't stand them. Right, I want you to just get into the energy of I'm free, I'm safe, I'm secure, I'm kind to myself, and I'm allowing myself to love myself unconditionally, and I'm looking at any area in my life where I feel forced into doing anything, because that is a false belief. I don't have to do anything. I have choices. And the thing is, we forget it. That's what the devil is about. I'm going to help you forget that you have any power or any choice, and you're going to feel like you've got to do as you're told. And that makes us feel, ugh. Right, so two major arcana cards here about power. The Lovers is relationships, romantic or platonic. It is also about decisions, choosing the heart over the head. Whereas the devil will say, you have no choice, you have no power, do as you're told. I want you to remind yourself, I am free, I am secure and I am safe, and I can say no if I choose to. And if I decide I am going to go along with something, it's because I've decided that I want to do that, all right? Or it feels right for me to do it. Nobody's making me do anything, all right? So what decision do you need to make to free yourself from that belief that you're trapped? You're not, Right. Now, at this time of year can be the most stressful time of the year. It puts pressure on our finances. It puts pressure on our relationships. So I want you to just look at all that pressure, that's the devil energy, and remind yourself, I don't have to do any of this. I really don't. Okay. So I'm going to get into my energy of choices and options here with this Seven of Cups, particularly relating to my finances, because it's rooted down with the King of Cups, King of Coins, the money card. He is all about money. And it's next to that Five of Coins, which is the card of not having enough money. Now you see in this card, the hand is out to receive, but the coins are missing the hand, right? So it's there, but I can't seem to get hold of it. And with the devil being there, the devil will be saying, oh, you have to go and spend this amount of money on presents for your family, or they'll hate you and they'll never want to speak to you again, and you'll be alone and die an old lonely person. And it's like, that's the devil, all right? But actually, if you said to your family, do you want me to get into debt up to my neck to buy you a gift? They'd be like, gosh, no, of course not. Please don't. A card is fine. Just seeing you is fine. Just please don't worry. Because that's what love is. Loving people will not want you to get yourself in a financial pickle. So please don't. All right? You don't have to. So look at your options, look at your choices, and realize with that Ten of Cups that you don't need to spend money in order to gain love. Right, because the Ten of Cups is the happy ever after card, isn't it? It's our connections. Yeah, it's a beautiful card, this. Let me show it you a bit closer. You've got the couple curled up by the fire in this beautiful home. You've got the cat there, completely spark out, chilled out so much. This is just a very relaxed, happy, contented energy. You don't need to get yourself in a pickle financially in order to win love or gain love, because it doesn't work like that, all right? So remind yourself of that. With that devil energy in the Seven of Cups, I have choices, right? I also have choices in terms of whether I choose to be in this relationship or not. If this is about a marriage, living with in-laws or your own parents that you don't want to be there, you feel trapped, just remind yourself there is choice. All right, because when we align with a way will be found, guess what? A way is found. So any part of your life where you're feeling beholden, trapped, unsafe, I want you to remind yourself there is always a way out if you feel ready to find it. And then you will find it, and you will find your happiness. All right, let's find out a little bit more. Which deck are we using, please? We're using the Tarot Royale. Okay, tell me more about the Lovers and the Devil, please. Tell me more. Give yourself permission that you don't have to stay in any relationship you don't want to be in. Okay, give yourself permission for that. Seven of Wands. So we are in our boundaries here with our relationships. We're defending and protecting our right to be, our safe space. He's protecting his doorway. And yes, there's some energy coming up against him. That's the devil. You may well have people saying to you, you have to go and see Auntie Doris at Christmas. I don't know, I always use Auntie Doris as an example. I don't have an Auntie Doris, that's probably why. But you don't have to spend time with family you don't want to be with. You don't have to stay in a marriage you don't want. You don't have to do anything. You set your boundaries, all right? Be kind to yourself. Tell me more about this energy. The Hanging Man. Look at things from a different perspective. And with the Eight of Pentacles, we're working on it. We're working on that devil energy to release any part of me that feels trapped. Look at it from a different perspective. Look at it upside down and inside out. Hand it over to the universe and surrender any part of me that feels that devil energy. I'm letting that go. I'm surrendering it. Because if I look at it from a completely different perspective, it looks very different. All right, one of the example they're giving me here, if your best friend was to present to you a situation where they said, I feel trapped in this situation, you would be advising them on how to get out. But when it's ourself, we can't see that. We can't see it for ourselves very often. We can see it for others, but we can't always see it for ourselves. This is where the hanging man energy is really helpful. When we look at it from a different perspective, look at it upside down, look at it from the other person's perspective. Let's see what we can do to shift that. We can also use it in terms of, if we feel that we have to go visit somebody, then we don't want to go. If we look at it from a different perspective and say, well, perhaps I'm the only visitor they get all year. And, I can find half an hour to sit with somebody, can't I? You look at it like that. Now, all of a sudden you want to do it. And that feels very different from I have to do it. So what can you shift in your perspective to make it easier for yourself? Yeah, let's look at these choices and options with that 7 of Cups. You see, feeling trapped. That's the minor arcana equivalent to the devil. So many people do feel it this time of year. It's like we always have this routine. We go there for the Christmas lunch and we go there for the day after and we go there for this. And it's like, I have to do these. You're allowed to say, this is 2025. I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. I am free and I have choices. I have options. So let's look at what these options are. And recognize with that 8 of Swords and the devil that you are feeling trapped and stuck. And then really examine it. Really look at it. Bring the balance in. There's temperance here, which is a healing energy of moderation. And looking at, well, look, I've done the work. The 7 of Coins here is the harvest card. I've put a lot of work in. Is it worth it? All right, it's another thing with this. Is it worth it? As Chris Reck would say on Minnow Pond, is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it worth it if I was to force myself to do something I don't want to do? Is it really worth it? I was like, no, so I want you to really look at that. Look at the work you're putting in, the effort you're putting in, and ask yourself, is it worth it? If we take something like, we're very big in the UK on Christmas lunch, massive, yeah. A little bit like, I think in America, you're more like that with Thanksgiving than you are with Christmas. But many people will literally spend days and days preparing food, going food shopping, days and hours to sit for basically 1.5 hours to eat it. And is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it worth the effort? Is there an easier way that is more balanced, is more moderate? Yeah, there's been quite a few in more recent years, Christmases, where I've bought a lot of vegetables pre-prepared. It's more expensive to do it like that, but I'm like, it's once a year and it saves me hours of chopping and peeling veg, and that's what I'm going to do. So do what feels right for you, but look at the effort, energy and attention you put into something and try to bring it more into a balance, a moderation, all right? Let's find out about this 10 of Cups, which of course is a beautiful card, but it's rooted down with that 5 of Coins, which is not just about not having enough money. The 5 of Coins is also about feeling left out and alone. And many people spend Christmas alone. Many people have got no family or no family left, or people have moved away or they've passed on and they're on their own. And they can feel very lonely. And that 10 of Cups, like everybody's having a lovely time round the fire and cuddling up and I'm all on my own. And there are some people who do that. And we know, and that's lovely, but there's also a lot of people who sit very alone and very sad. So what can we do to shift this? All right, what can we do to shift it? So one of the things I did, they're asking me to give you this as an example. The first couple of Christmases I was on my own after my kids had left home, and they'd moved away and I was on my own for Christmas Day. There was a part of me that kind of wanted to go into the woe is me, this is horrible, because I'd always had family around me. And then I reminded myself perspective about the amount of stress and strain I'd been under multiple Christmases to cook the perfect Christmas dinner, to have all the family round. And I thought, God, I could eat what I want, I can do what I want, I can get up when I want. I've got absolute freedom to have a fantastically relaxed day. And that's the way I looked at it. And I had a brilliant day. So it's all about how you look at it, yeah? All right, let's find out more about this 10 of Cups then and this 5 of Coins. We've got 2 here. We've got the 3 of Cups with the King of Pentacles. All right, so the 3 of Cups is the celebration. It is the spending time with people. It is having fun. And it's having fun from a very safe and secure place. if you can, I mean, putting on Christmas, hosting Christmas is expensive. If you can get yourself to be invited to somebody else and you haven't got to do it this year, it'll save you a fortune. All right. So what can you do to spend time with people? That might just be invite the neighbours in for a Christmas drink. You know, and I know I'm talking about Christmas. Many of you don't celebrate Christmas. You celebrate other holidays, or you just ignore it and just treat it as an ordinary day of the year. That's absolutely fine. But we're looking at clarifying these cards. The King of Pentacles says, get into the abundance mindset. Get into a mindset of being safe and secure. Allow yourself to, you know, have some fun. Even if you're on your own, all right, you can dance with yourself and have a lovely time. Just allow yourself to step into a place of unconditional love, 2 of Cups, for yourself. Remember, we're being kind here. Honor, respect, and love yourself unconditionally. Put you first and allow yourself to be guided by your higher self, your soul. You've got the High Priestess here, allowing yourself to feel the feelings, allow yourself to move through them, tap into your intuition and listen to that inner guidance, because you are absolutely free and you are safe and secure. You have options, you have choices, and you are looking for balance this December. That is the key, okay? Let's get you a unicorn card to finish off. And we have got Cosmic Ruby. Be a peace ambassador. Practice cosmic mastery. Now, the red of the ruby is the base chakra, and that is your center of being safe and secure and free. So you see, we're coming back to this energy of I'm at peace, I'm safe and secure, I'm at peace to say no, I'm at peace to go along with it. My focus is being at peace. It's a number 32, which is a 5. And 5s are about change. So we're looking at, I'm not prepared to put myself into a situation where I'm beholden and stressed and miserable. I'm either going to shift my perspective when I find I'm cool with it and I release all resistance to it and I accept it and I'm at peace, or I'm not going and I'm at peace with that too. Either way, I'm safe and secure. Okay, so a strong message here about safety and security. And from the angels, we have infinite potential and I am creator. You can create anything. Excuse me, too many readings in one day. You can create anything that you want to create. It's a number 11, the creative force with infinite potential, another number 5, to allow yourself to rise into your own light, into your own heart, to live your best life, to create the December that you want to create, that works for you. This isn't selfish, it's self-love, it's self-care. So what is it you want to create for yourself this December, Pisces? The energy is create peace. All right, my beautiful people, that is what I have for you. I'm going to be back next week, actually about 10 days time. I'm putting all your 2026 annual readings out, one a day, apart from the Fridays, basically over the next 2 weeks. All of those are going to come out. They're quite long, detailed. They're looking at the whole year, and they're free because they're on YouTube. I used to put them up for sale on my website. Don't do that anymore. This is my way of saying thank you for all your support during the year. So look out for those. And I'll be back the second half of December with some bonus readings for you as well. So I will see you then. Have an amazing day, Pisces. I love you loads. Take care. Bye-bye.